I'll record on the computer. All right. All right, I'm recording. So Joy and I are going to collectively do a power hour, and Joy is going to cover distributors, signing distributors, and I'm going to cover signing customers. So the tasks that I have are going to be directed towards customers, and Joy's are going to be directed towards signing distributors. So Joy, do you want to go ahead and just introduce yourself real quick for those of like on my team that don't know you, and then you can go ahead and get started with your tasks if you want.
Okay, so my name is Joy Gillard. I'm a triple diamond from Washington. I'm kind of near Seattle, and I'm a single mom to 5 kiddos. I've been in the company for, it'll be 5 years next month. It'll be my 5-year anniversary, which is crazy. And that's pretty much it. I'm a triple diamond. I'm working on Prez. My goal is October, so we'll see what happens. And then do you want me to just jump into tasks?
Yeah, go ahead. Just go into yours right now, and then I'll do mine after yours are through. And then, guys, if you can obviously keep yourself muted, but any questions that you have, please use the chat, and let's definitely have conversations in there. And once it's my turn and I have things to copy and paste and have you guys share this, I'm going to be using the chat to share that verbiage with you guys. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Pretty informal. So, all right, Joy, go ahead.
Okay, so like when I like to sign, when I'm signing distributors, I almost said when I like to sign distributors, I want to sign distributors every day. When I'm signing distributors, I really focus on lifestyle posts, and then I get a lifestyle post up, and then I'll upload opportunity stories onto my stories. And then I interact with people, and what I do is I just go pick 10 to 20 people. We could probably just pick 10 because of the time. And I comment on their posts. And then what this does is then, because I'm commenting when they're, hey, sorry, it's got 2 puppies. When I'm commenting on their posts, they're seeing my comment, and then they're wanting to be like, who's this girl commenting? And then they go and they look at my profile. So then they see those lifestyle posts in my stories. So I hope that makes sense. So we're going to do that right now. I do have a host post. I'm going to have them copy and paste in a minute, but for the opportunity stories, like my team already has opportunity stories because I have an album. So does your team have something like that? I can't hear you.
I know, I just realized I was muted. If you want to send them to me, and then I'll just share them on my page, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to send those to you. I just uploaded them a second ago. And if you're on my team, we have a no chatting work chat, and that's where I always put stories in there when we're about to do power hours. Okay, so it's just the ones that you made earlier. Or I'll get on Pinterest and I'll type in on Pinterest. If you're looking for stories on there, you just have to be really, really specific. So I'll go on there and say like, it works business opportunity. You can't sit here slurping cereal next to me. Sorry, you need to be quiet. I'll be like, it works opportunity stories, or it works business stories. I always add the word stories. And the way that the algorithm, go do it somewhere else. Sorry, take it away. Go away. Go away. Leave. The way that, I don't care, just go away. The way that I do it is I will, let's say you see like 2 or 3 stories that you really like on Pinterest. If you save them to an album, then Pinterest will start suggesting more that are like that. So if you like, certain stories, it'll start suggesting more. So let's add to our stories and do some opportunity stories on there. And then I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to log on to the Zoom on my phone and give you guys a post that you can put up, and you can edit. The way that the algorithm works with copying and pasting posts is like, it's not necessarily bad if you're really busy to copy and paste a post, but you're supposed to edit, I'm super green, sorry, but you're supposed to edit 10 to 20 or 15 to 20 characters. That literally means a letter. Like a letter is a character, an emoji is a character. So it does not take much editing to make that post your own and make it boost the algorithm. If everyone's copying and pasting the same thing, nobody wins. So you want to make sure that when I give you this post in a minute, just change something, change a sentence, add a sentence, take away a sentence, change up the picture, whatever you want to do. Let's see. So while you're adding to your stories, I'm going to get you the post to put up.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to share real quick. I shared with my team, but I also posted it in my team page. Some people that aren't in my team page, because I posted it on my presidential's page too, it's in my story. It's all of these. Hang on. Ready? I put them all up in my story today. Can you not? This is so annoying. It's these things. Meet so-and-so. Do you see them?
Now I see.
So go ahead and just save them on my stories. I posted them all today. So just save maybe 5 or 6, save them all, and then just post 5 or 6 of them. And then the last part says, so do you think you can do it, basically? And then you can save that too. So.
Oh, I suck. Roseanne, what are you doing? You can't eat my pen. No.
Okay, I don't know why, but it's not letting me join Zoom on my phone. Can I send you the verbiage and you can post it in the chat?
Sure.
Okay, because I'm on my phone, but I'm zooming through my iPad. Okay, so the post that I just sent Danielle, she's gonna drop it in the chat below. You're gonna post this with a selfie, and then or like a picture of you and your family, either one, because it makes it personal. Just change like one sentence. It could just be like 10 to 15 characters. This is a lifestyle post. It's basically like a signing distributors post. And then the only thing that you want to edit under also is when it says, I have 5 spots left on my presidential diamond team that I'm putting together. Obviously, if you're not a triple and you're going for prez, then you would just edit that to like diamond team that I'm putting together. Or if you're diamond and you're going for double, you just edit that part. So whatever the next one that you're going for. I mean, I always say to start with speaking diamond into existence. Like I teach my distributors, not even people that are Ruby yet, to start posting about how they're going diamond. Even if you're still working on Ruby, that's fine. But it just, people are really attracted to that. They're like, oh wow, 2,000 a month, that's crazy. 10,000 on a bonus, that's crazy. And this is the last month for people to join you and get the 10 grand by the end of the year. So anyway, so this post that she put there, so you're gonna do your stories. A little tip I have for signing DTs is to always do a call to action on your stories or even on your posts. Like you'll notice the post has a call to action. It's like, are you ready? You know, drop something below, whatever, an emoji below. On stories, I do a poll. So after the end of my opportunity stories that I upload on the very last slide picture, I'll just add a quick poll and it literally just says like, yes, I'm in or more info. I don't give them a choice to say no on the 2 choices. It's like, yes, I'm in or more info. And I do that even with, you know, the product ones too, but Danielle will go over that. So after you make this post, we're going to go comment on 10 people's posts that you would want on your team. So I'll just give you guys a minute to post that and then gosh, dogs are so loud. Okay, so now go to so hopefully you've done your opportunity stories and you have made that post. Just go to your, I'm gonna leave the room actually, just go to your Facebook friends list. Hopefully you have like 100 or something handy. If you don't, just go to your friends list. And I literally just scroll through. I just scroll through. I'm gonna go hide in my bathroom. I just scroll through and I find people that I would want on my team. And I just comment very meaningful comments. Olivia, I need you to whack their kennel if they keep barking. I'm going to my room. I just leave very meaningful comments, you guys, like, oh my gosh, your kiddos are so cute. I love their smile. Or girl, your eyebrows look awesome. Like, you know, where did you get them done at? Or what makeup do you buy? Like anything that I can say that's complimenting them in personal. Because when people are scrolling through their notifications, they're not going to stop necessarily and be like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. Joy liked my photo or hearted my photo. Like, they just scroll by that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, okay. But if I comment, they're like, oh wow, like, who's this girl, you know, commenting, being super sweet and complimenting me. And then they go check out my profile, especially if I'm doing that often. Most people are tempted to go, you know, comment back, and then they'll go look at my stuff. So we're going to do that with at least 10 people. I want you to leave like 1 to 2 comments, but don't scroll too far back because you look like a creeper.
How well? That's how you spell well?
Okay, so let's just recap. So we've made a lifestyle post. We've added to our stories with a poll. And then you always want to call to action, like having them vote on the poll, on the story, or, you know, swiping up and typing a word or texting opportunity to a phone number. Like, you want to call to action. Oh, I just realized you can't even see me. Sorry. I'm not much to look at today, though. I've had back-to-back Zooms all day today, and I just had one of my rubies at my house. Anyways, but always a call to action, because you want them to interact with you. A lot of people will view my story and they don't say anything if there's no call to action. And a lot of times I do message the people that view my story too, and I'll be like, hey girl, I'm just reaching out to say hey. If I recognize the name, I'll be like, oh my gosh, it's been forever. because I want to be personal and not just sound like a script, right? But a little of this is scripted because I'm trying to get through my numbers and go quickly. But I'll just be like, oh my gosh, it's been forever. I saw that you viewed my story. I wasn't sure if you were interested or if you were just, stopping by to say hi. And I have found that saying that is so non-invasive. No one has walls up when I say that. People respond so sweetly. I've never had anyone be rude. And I just messaged them that. And I can put that verbiage in the comments below, but I did just start reaching out to people that view my story because I actually have a friend with another company that reached out to me and said that because I viewed her story, her workout story, and I'm sitting there like, girl, I don't want to work out and get paid. Like, I'll take products and get paid, but I'm not going to work out. Anyways, and so that's where I got the idea, and it is working really, really well. So that's another way that I get DTs is just asking. Like, if you are not asking, like, you're not open for business. There is so much magic in asking. You have to ask. You cannot just get distributors off of posting alone. Also, your network, we're not going to do this right now because of time, but your network is everything with signing distributors. Like, if you're not constantly refreshing your network, and I mean deleting the crappy profiles and adding new ones every day, you're just talking to brick walls is what you're doing. Like, if they're interested, sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes so many times before they finally reach out, whatever. But you have to be constantly bringing in new people as well. So make sure before you go to bed every night, add like 50 profiles or more. Right now my team is on this kick of adding 200 to 500 people a day, and we have figured out that only about 50 people are accepting per day. And out of those 50, we're only having about 1 per day interested. Isn't that crazy? Now, we're not messaging 500, but we're adding that many. And so definitely be adding at least 50, if not like 100 before you go to bed every night, unless you can do more than that, maybe just throughout the day in little pockets of time. So that's another task you can do later is adding. Let's see, also for later, for those of you guys that know how to do host to post, I do host to post, and I do it a few times a week for distributors. The thing that I will tell you really quickly before I give you this verbiage is it will blow up. And so the reason why I'm saying that, you might be all excited, but the reason why I'm saying that is a lot of people, they don't necessarily know what they're commenting on. And so you kind of have to sift through some numbers, but it is worth it. It's worth putting in that time because you absolutely will sign people. I signed 6 people last month, and 4 of them, distributors, were from this host to post that I use. And again, you'll get a lot of comments on there, especially if you're posting this on someone that has a lot of followers, if they're posting it for you. But you kind of have to do a lot of follow-up and a lot of sifting through and a lot of explaining. But it's worth it, you guys. It's so worth it. And you usually get some really good people. So I'm going to give you that verbiage now, and you can just do this later. So
you gave me an idea, and I just wanted to share an idea of something that I did one time. So as you're sifting through and as you're responding to people, don't be afraid to do voice message. That's the first thing I wanted to say. But the second thing that I wanted to say was I threw up a post once and it was blowing up. And I was like, holy crap. Like, I can't message all these people. Like, I'm so busy. I think I was like going to, like, I just was so busy. I was either going out to dinner with friends and then a football game, or it was something where I just like wanted to get back to people right away, but I couldn't. So here's what I did. Say I had 20 people comment saying they wanted more information. I could have easily copied and pasted something and sent it to all of them, but I wanted to be as personal as possible because I know that works really well. So I made a voice message, okay? And I made it very universal. Hey, thanks for commenting on my post. I just want to get you some quick information, blah, 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 blah. Do you have any specific questions for me? And then I made sure it was 1 minute, like under 1 minute. So I didn't have more than one voice message. I forwarded that message to myself. Okay. Then I sent, hang on, guys, keep yourself muted too. And then I sent that voice message to person 2, 3, 4, 5. I just kept forwarding it to people. So, and that really worked well for me. I don't think you can see, I know that it goes back and forth with like, you can see when someone forwards you something. So just try it. See if it, when you forward it to yourself, do it for the first person. Then if you forward it to yourself, see if it shows up as being forwarded. But that was something that worked really well for me. when I was super busy and couldn't get back to people, but I still wanted to be really personal with voice messages.
That's a really good tip. And voice messages don't usually show up as forwarded, like
Yeah, I didn't
Zooms
think
and
so.
YouTube links and verbiage will, but not
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the little.
So yeah, go ahead and send me that verbiage if you want, and I'll post it since I'm on my phone and computer.
Yes, I am typing it right now.
All right. And guys, write down the tasks that we're giving you, because I feel like sometimes with Power Hour, it's like you can do a task for like 5 minutes, but really for it to be productive for you, you want to put in at least 30 minutes, or you want to put in at least 15 to 20 minutes. So take the tasks that we are giving you and write them down, and then challenge yourself. Do 10 more minutes of that task before you go to bed, or say, I'm going to do the same Power Hour tomorrow night, and I'm going to do every single one of those tasks for 10 minutes or whatever it may be. That's the nice thing about Power Hours, is that you're getting different ideas, you're learning different things, you're trying different things, but allow yourself more time than what we're really giving you during the Power Hour. All right, so Joy's sending me that verbiage. I'm going to post it. Joy, are you done with your stuff? Do you want me to go?
Yes, I'm done. And then I'm going to send you the step-by-step from start to finish of
Perfect.
post to post.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of different tasks. The last one that I'm going to do is more directed towards host to post, and I'm saving it for last because I've got all the verbiage that I'm going to send you guys. And then I'm just going to let you guys carry out on your own and do that for like 20 minutes on your own. I know that there's Power Hours that are, or Zooms that are starting at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to try to make it short, but I really want to try to, well, it's 9 o'clock my time, but if I can even wrap it up by like 9:15 so you guys can go over, you know, I'm totally, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. But all right, so of course you just posted something for Joy. So I want you to save this in your notes section, or save it on your Facebook for it to go up later, okay? I want you to post this. Who would love to be 30 pounds down by November? You can do 20 pounds down. You can do 30 pounds down. You can say October. You can say November. You can say December. Okay. Do whatever you want. Okay. But write that down. Keep it short and simple. Do not add a picture. Okay. Who would love to be 30 pounds down by November? I actually just posted it. So if you forget it or whatever, you can save it later. So if you didn't post what Joy did or whatever, go ahead and throw that up now. If you did, then just go ahead and save it and post it in, you know, an hour or two, or even first thing tomorrow morning, whatever. Okay, so the next thing, I need for everybody to think of the top 3 leaders that you follow, okay? And there's so many reasons why I think this is so important, but I have been in this business for almost 6 years, and I cannot tell you how many things I get from other leaders. Right now, I'm like beyond busy. I'm actually home in New York with my family, helping them go through some stuff. And I've been home for 2 months, so I'm totally off my game. I'm totally, I feel disorganized. So I'm trying to do the best that I can. And I can't tell you how much I get from other leaders. It's just so helpful. So I want everyone that's on this Zoom, I want you to think of at least 2, if not 3, top leaders that you follow and you get a lot of stuff from. I want you to share that in the comments, in the chat box. Okay. And I want every single person to be looking in the chat box to see what leaders are said. And if you're like, who's that? Who's that? Guys, I'm telling you, I'll follow a leader for like a week, and then I'm like, I get nothing from them. And I stop following them, and I go find somebody else to follow or see first or whatever it is. So it's okay if you like go stalk them, because you're not going to get stuff from everybody. But here's the thing that I do want to share. Somebody like Tiffany Herr, she's all in right now. So I'm latching onto her. I'm latching onto the posts that she's doing. I'm latching onto how she's presenting herself with the business and whatever. But it's funny. 3 months ago, Tiffany was having a baby. Tiffany was super busy with life. So she really wasn't all in. So when somebody promotes, to presidential, when somebody promotes to triple, I'm on them like white on rice. And it's because they're all in and they've been pushing it and they just promoted, and I'm following them like crazy, and I put them on see first. So, all right. So we've got a couple over here. D Brooks is one that I definitely follow. She was on my list. Melissa, of course. I have D Brooks, Amanda Busher, and Tiffany Herr. Those are my three. Jade Hooper, Amber Parker is great too. Those are ones that I follow. So anyways, I want you to follow 3 new people, and then I want you to put them on see first. And here's the thing too, like I'll say, for example, I'm following Melissa Dean, and Melissa says, so-and-so just promoted to double diamond this month. I'm going to start following her. I'm going to start following her and see, hey, this girl just promoted and this was a rough month for me. What is she doing differently? I kind of want to see what she's doing. So I not only follow top leaders to get ideas from them, but then when they say so-and-so promoted, I want to see who that girl is that just promoted, and I want to follow them and I want to see what they're doing and yada, yada, yada. So it really is a domino effect. And I'm going to say, I constantly am unfollowing and following different people. So find at least 3 new people and go follow them right now. All right. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to copy and paste what Joy just shared. Joy, you have it in like 5 different messages. You're killing me.
I absolutely hate it when people type it up all at once, because then I have to sit there and break it all up.
Then I gotta copy and paste it 10 times, Joy.
Oh my gosh. I copy and paste it into increments and I send it to myself so that I don't have to like sit there and delete, but I don't know.
You're funny. You're good. Isn't it funny how people do things so differently? And that's, I think, just goes to show you really, in the end, you've got to figure out what works for you. And I think that's why hopping on power hours and hopping on other people's Zooms that aren't your leader is just, I think it's just so important, because you got to see what works for you, you know? Oh my God. All right, hang on. All right, who needs more time? Anyone need more time? Raise your hand if you need more time. Okay. Oh, Charnay, you sent that to me privately. Can you actually copy? Because you've got huge people there. Brittany Hayes, Sherry Lynn. I think you mean Jade Hooper, Cheyenne Knox. Are you doing talk to text? Some of those are spelled wrong. She just sent me those names privately. Charnay, can you do those publicly to send to everybody? Because those are definitely top people that I want everyone to see those names. And like, here's the thing, Claire Flores, she just had Brittany Hayes promoted to ambassador, I think. I was all over her. I'm like, this girl went from triple to presidential and right to ambassador within a couple months. Like, I'm like, what is Brittany doing? I started following her YouTube channel. Like, I'm all over her right now. So that's what you need to be doing, following those kinds of people. When you see them promoting like that, follow them on Instagram if you can too, whatever. All right, here comes this thing. All right. There, I just sent it. I didn't know if you were able to, Charnay. All right, here is the verbiage. Guys, again, save all this and then just put it in your notes. And obviously, go ahead and how do you see who you're seeing first? Go to their page and where you click friends, you can say see first, unfollow, follow, see first. That's where it is. All right, there's part 1 of Joy's. Sorry, my parents are watching TV behind me. Ah! Oh my God. It's only letting me send a certain amount, so it's a little annoying. All right, there's the second part. So anyways, read through these and make sure the verbiage sounds like you. Like, I always say, hey girl. If someone says like, hey gorgeous, hey beautiful, I'm like, I just feel weird. I don't talk like that. So I always change it to hey girl. That works for me. Okay, so if you guys all went to Tiffany Her's page, you'll see I just saved it so I could show you guys. Hopefully you can actually see it. But I love what she just did. And it was funny because Dee Brooks just shared it. So my part 1 is to create a picture of this for yourself. Okay. I don't care what app you use. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you don't have one you pay for, just do like Pic Collage. So what Tiffany Her did is she shared a picture of herself and she made it very clear. She wrote, Mom of 3 turned millionaire from her phone. I don't care what you say. If you've only been in a month and you're like, oh my God, I'm not making money. I'm not a millionaire. How am I supposed to share my story? You can say something as simple as, mom of 2 making extra money to pay for groceries from her phone. Like, I don't care. Like everyone has their own story. Tiffany Her did not start out in this business as a millionaire. So what she did, and let's see if I can even go to her page if you can't. Let's see. There. Okay. So this is her picture. And then that's a video. So I challenge you guys to go watch this later. Okay. Go watch it. And then I challenge you to make your own. Okay. So right now what I want you to do is I want you to at least make your own picture. So, and then later you can do a video with it. You can, go live, whatever it may be, whatever you want to do. But I want you to make your own picture. Okay. As you start getting more comfortable with what you're doing, you're going to be taking selfies. You're going to be taking pictures of yourself. You don't have to take selfies. Use a picture of you and your family if you're not that comfortable. But that's what you're going to do right now. And I'm going to kind of show you. I think I did one, but. So go ahead and work on that now, and then I'll kind of interject a little bit. Yeah. All right, so what I want you to do is write on your basically to-do list of what I want you to do. Carrying out is I want you to, by the end of the day tomorrow, so you can do it tonight, you can do it tomorrow, I want you to go live and I want you to share your story. Okay, and your story can be anything. It doesn't have to be, you know, you earned a $10,000 bonus, you know what I mean? It really can be anything that you want it to be. I'm also going to share this in my story tomorrow, so if you want to keep an eye open for it. But I created my own story through pictures, and I'm sharing them, you know, once a week in my Facebook stories. So it's just basically me creating a slideshow of, I actually changed it around because there were too many selfies. So I just changed it around a little bit. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. So if you guys kind of want to see what I did there, and then you guys just kind of take that idea and make it your own. Stories is a big thing now. So sharing your story in the story would be a good thing. Okay. Anyone have any questions so far? All right. So, and don't be afraid to ask questions. All right. The next thing we are going to do, I'm going to send you guys some verbiage. I want you guys to green light message people post to post. When I am really on my game, I am doing post to post throughout the day during like power hours here and there. But the one thing that I was always doing consistently is I would just send out at least 25 messages right before I went to bed. Like I would be laying in bed and it was like, oh my God, I haven't sent them yet. You're not closing your eyes until these are sent out. And when I'm on my game like that, that's when it really works well for me. And that's when I'll wake up and I'll have like 10 messages from people. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's exciting. So I'm going to send you that right now. And again, it's all depends on like what your host to post is with your team or whatever. Is someone seriously grocery shopping right now while they're, dude, you're committed. Nice work. Oh my God, that's funny. All right. So I'm going to send you the green light host to post. This is a lot of different verbiage back and forth. Make it your own. I'm just sending it to you so that you kind of have it, so that you can copy and paste it. So there's the first part. Here's the second. And this is like from start to finish. So, all right. And then just, you know, I'm being very specific. I'm sharing like email address, phone number, like stuff that you need when they order. So go ahead and copy all of that. And then I'm going to say, let's open it up and let anybody ask questions or comment about anything. And then let's sign off. And then you guys can go and do your green light messaging. So I'm going to give you guys time because I know that was a lot for you guys to copy and paste. So just make sure you save all of that. Okay. So as you guys are saving that, I want you to think of one question that you would like to ask me. I don't think Joy is still on. Did Joy hop off? What is one question that you have to ask me? What is one question that your team is presenting to you right now? What is one concern that you have? You're on this power hour for a reason. You've dedicated the time, and this has been opened up to thousands of people. So you guys are taking time to be on it. So that means you guys are committed. That means you guys are wanting to learn and you're eager and you want to put these things in play. So what is one thing that maybe you wish I could talk about or whatever? So feel free to unmute yourself or go ahead and put it in the chat. Come on, guys. Someone's got something. Laura, hang on, I can't hear you. You unmuted yourself, but I can't hear you. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can.
So I'm using headphones. What do you do when you have like an extremely boring day? Like, you know, I've been traveling a lot this summer. So I've had a lot of interaction on my posts, on my pictures, you know, I've had a lot of stuff to post about. But then you get a day or maybe even a whole week and you do absolutely nothing. And you're like, oh shit, what do I post?
Okay, so my first thing is 6 list comes to play. Because even if you're bored, if you have a really hard day, like I'm thinking like that my team kind of knows what I've been through the last couple months. Like I've been in like the hospital, you know, all day. And it's like, my God, like I can't even think. My brain doesn't even want to like turn on. So what do I turn to? I turn to my 6 list. So you've always got to have your non-negotiables. It's kind of like core 4 and more. If you've got your core 4 and more that you've got to complete no matter what, kind of like your 6 list, you're kind of going to just be robotic that day. So whether it's because your brain isn't working or whether you're bored or whatever, you have to turn into robot mode and you just have to get those tasks done and then move on. But for me, when you say the word bored, I think about, okay, when have I been bored in this business and what have I done to change it? Because it's one thing to be bored for a day, but if you're bored for a week, there's something not right. And by meaning not right, I just mean you got to change something up. You got to switch stuff up. So what are you doing and what are you not doing? Well, you got to hop on power hours. You got to do stuff like this because right now you're like, oh my God, I just got all this new verbiage. I'm going to blow up post to post this week. You know what I mean? So you're going to get new ideas to put into play. And then when's the last time you went live? You know what I mean? Like there's so many people that I can look at right now and be like, when's the last time you went live? When's the last time? My God, we just had 3 new products come out. Are you doing the Just Celery Challenge? Because if you're not, then you need to be. So did you order the new products? Because you know what I mean? Like stuff like that, like that's exciting. You've got to figure out ways to be excited about your business and you got to put that out there. But something that I can definitely share is that you're not always going to be excited to work your business. You're not always going to be, but you know what you are going to be? You have to keep yourself self-motivated. And days are going to be really hard sometimes. And that's where personal development comes into play. That's where keeping your goals in your forefront come into play. Do you think I want to work when I've been in a hospital all day or all weekend or whatever? Absolutely not. But you know what? You can bet your butt that I'm on my phone and I'm staying consistent and I'm sending out messages and I'm putting up post to post and I'm working with my team. Like I've been in this business long enough to know what it takes to be where I want to be. And if I take time off, I'm going to lose momentum. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose that. And so is my team. So hopefully that answers your question. Somebody just wrote to me privately and said, how do you not get discouraged when your team is quitting? I think that can just be a really big, I don't want to say mind F, but it can be a head game. So I think that's where personal development comes into play. And you've got to literally, now I'm saying this knowing that I've actually cried when people have quit my team before. It hits me really hard. And still to this day, like, oh my God, like I had a good friend quit a couple of months ago and I cried. Like even talking to her on the phone, I cried. And there's nothing that I could say or do. I'm not going to beg you. If you don't see what I see in this business, I'm not begging you. You know? So when people quit, you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, it's okay. It's not about them, or it's not about me. It's about them. And if they don't want this, that's on them. It's not on me. And I am going to go out there and I'm going to find somebody else that wants this just as bad as I do. So one of the hardest times in my entire business. I lost some leaders. I definitely lost rank. I felt bad for myself. And I'm like, no, you don't get to feel bad for yourself. You got to pick yourself back up and you got to go find, people that want this business, people that will see the big picture. And I turned it around, and I'm telling you, it was all mindset. I definitely got down on myself, but you've got to be strong enough to pick yourself back up. So I always tell myself, and of course, Leslie will probably vouch for me, but I always say, you can feel bad for yourself. That's fine. But you get 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes to feel bad for yourself, and then you better get over it and you better move on. So whatever you have to do that. But again, it comes back to personal development. Personal development is so important for so many things, because this business, and a lot of people won't believe me when I say this, but this business is 90% your mindset. And so many people are like, that doesn't make sense. There's no way. But here's the thing. You're going to have hurdles in this business. And if your mindset's not in the right place, you're going to want to quit. When people start questioning you and telling you that what you're doing is stupid and that you're not making the money that you deserve because of how much work you're putting into it, if your mindset's not in the right place, you're going to quit. When people tell you that the new product that just came out is stupid and blah, 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 if your mindset's not in the right place, you're going to quit. Every single hurdle that you're going to have in this business, you've got to have your mindset in the right place. Every time that I have pushed for a promotion, I've told myself, you're going to have hurdles, and you're just going to jump right over them. Like, I don't care what you do. You're not going to look back. You're going to have hurdles, and they might suck. It's going to be a punch in the face, but you got to keep moving forward. You can't dwell on it. You don't have time to dwell on it because you've got a goal. And I'm telling you, I had hurdles those months that I was really pushing for promotions, even to the point where every single promotion I've ever had, somebody on my chart has quit within the last 2 or 3 days of the entire month, to the point where I had to go find somebody else and get them to 400 for every single promotion, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond. So that's fine. I'm prepared for it. Bring it on. I'll have somebody in my back pocket. If you have that mindset, nothing's going to get in your way. And if you're strong enough with your goal, I will never go back to teaching. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? If that's my goal, nothing's going to get in my way. So you've got to have a good why. And I always say your why's got to make you cry, because it's got to be really good. So hopefully that helped. I know I went a little off topic there. Trouble with lack of distributor engagement. How can we fire up our team? Okay, so this is I feel like a common question, and it's a tough one to answer, because I don't think you can motivate anybody. I don't think you can make somebody work their business. So what can you do? You can lead from the front. What can you do? You can host power hours and Zooms. What can you do? You can share tips with your teams. Now, there are people on my team that aren't working the way I know that they can work. It's not my place to go call them out. It's for them to find that out on their own. So I'm going to be here to inspire the freaking crap out of them. And when that person comments and says, yes, gosh dang it, I want Ruby, I'm reaching out to them and saying, gosh dang it, I've been waiting so long for you to do that. I'm so excited for you, and then pour that belief in them. But if they're sitting back and they're not working the way that they know they can, or they know they should, that's not my place to be all crazy on them, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So I think recognizing that the people that are working right now, so the people that are on this Zoom, the people that are working actively right now, you guys are the people that are out there planting seeds. And right now it's about planting seeds. If you've been in this business for a couple of years, you totally know what I'm talking about, because you're out there planting all these seeds, and you might not get the harvest as much as you want or as much as you would like. But come January, well, really December, January, February, March, April, that's when all the seeds you're planting now will be harvested. And some people maybe don't understand what I'm saying with that, but you will. If you are working hard right now, you will understand exactly what I mean come January, because December might be hard because people are saving money for Christmas gifts, blah, blah, blah. But come January, we've got New Year's resolutions, game on. We've got conference, we've got promotions, we've got new products. So as much as these months might be hard, lead from the front. Help your team get engaged. When there's a power hour, share it with them. Reach out to them on a personal level. Don't just do everything in a group chat, because then that's not as personal as some people may need. And I honestly, that's something that I need to work more on. But right now I'm just going through so much that it's so hard for me to touch base with people on a personal level when I have so many people on my team. So that's something I'm currently struggling with. Okay, how do you not get discouraged when you're the only team member on your team? Go find people that want this business just as bad as you do. Make it a game. Have fun with it. But what are you doing to find those people? How's your network? If your friend list is not over 2,500, you better make that a priority in the next couple months. Are you going live? Are you excited? Because here's the thing. I had somebody on my team. Gosh. They've since quit, so I feel comfortable sharing this, but they said, I am literally just finding people that are lumps on a log. They're not doing much. And I literally was like, you need to look in the mirror. Like, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're putting out there. You're not excited. You're not sharing your excitement for this. Like, and in all honesty, this person was, I don't want to say boring, but this person was just like going through the motions and not like, so they're bringing in people that are at that same level playing field. So if you want to bring in people that are ready to go and ready to work and ready to hustle and excited and want to try the products, guess what? You need to be doing all of that stuff. So you got to take a look in the mirror and feel free to, adjust some things and change some things and alter it and work more on personal development so that you know exactly what you need to do to get there. But yeah, I think the bottom line is you've got to go out there and find people that want it as bad as you do. The message you just sent about host to post, are they personal message or post on your timeline? They are personal messages. Okay, somebody just wrote that. I would say this business is 99% mindset. Yup. Okay, so.
Question.
Yes.
I have a question. I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're good.
And do you have a sweatshirt on?
I do. I know. I'm like in my comfy mode. I'm actually hot right now, but they have the AC on, so I put it on, and now I'm getting a little warm. It's comfy though.
Sorry, I have to remember that you're used to Arizona weather, but
I am.
I had to think about is it snowing outside?
No, it's definitely not. Shush. What's your question?
Okay, sorry. I had a squirrel moment. You had mentioned the other day that you add 600 friends a day.
I do not.
Oh, you do not?
I do not. That was another leader shared that. It was other people's power hours.
Okay.
Do you think I have time to add? Now, I know what you're asking. You're asking how does somebody find, it was messaging 600 people a day, I think is what she said.
Okay.
And I think what she said is she does 3 power hours a day. She's a mom. She's busy, whatever. So she said she does 3 power hours a day. I think one was before the kids even woke up. Mm-hmm. She did birthdays and, stuff like that. And then one was in maybe lunchtime or whatever. And then one was, I think, when the kids went to bed. And at each time she said she was messaging 200 people each time. Now, here's the thing. She's obviously building her network like crazy. Like for me right now, I've got 4,600 people on my friends list. I could blow up some messages. And a lot of those messages are going, I bet you 50% of the messages that she sends out, probably 70% of the messages that she sends out are follow-ups. So yeah, she might send out 600 messages, but I'm going to tell you that girl's organized. She's got her follow-ups on a piece of paper. Something that I've even said that I want to do is, holy crap, I've got 4,600 Facebook friends. And right now I'm having a hard time working my business with all that I have going on. So I'm not doing the stuff that I usually do, right? So guess what? My Facebook page isn't getting the engagement that it normally does. The people that I'm seeing on my timeline are the same people I see every day. And do you want to know why? Because I'm not actively going to my leads, my potentials, and commenting on their posts and messaging them privately, right? So I'm seeing the same like 50 people every single day on my timeline, same people. That's a red flag for me, because guess what? All those potentials I want to see my stuff, they're not going to see my stuff. So that needs to now be a priority for me in my business. I need to have my Facebook friend list printed in front of me. Or even if I don't have it in front of me, I could go to my friends and I could type in the letter A. And you know what? Allison, Andrea, all these A names are going to pop up. And you know what? I'll just go to their names and I'm going to go find their first post. And I could do it the lazy way. You know what I mean? I think that's the lazy way. But if you're organized and you have your potentials in front of you, now even something on my 6 list is to do this. Because I'm going to tell you, I talk to a lot of people throughout the day, but it's more right now because I'm so busy, and I feel bad that I keep saying my life is crazy, but you guys get it. I talk to a lot of people based on who views my stories and who comments on my posts. So I feel like that's all I have time for right now in my life. So what I'm doing is I'm having a ton of conversations with people, but this is what I'm going to do. Tonight, before I go to bed, don't really have to show you. I can just say it. Tonight, before I go to bed, I'm just going to scroll through my messages and be like, oh, that's right. I talked to Jessica so-and-so about the greens. Or, oh, that's right. I talked to Allie about this. Okay. So for me, that's the way that I can follow up with people. And that's the lowest, the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I mean? That's not organized. That's my life is insane and I can't keep up with it, but I need to be able to follow up with these people because fortune is in the follow-up. And if I'm not going to follow up with them, somebody else is. And they're not going to be like, oh, that girl, Danielle, I talked to her a while ago about the greens. No, they're going to say, thank you for caring about me and my needs, Katie. I'm going to sign up with you. They're going to think Danielle didn't follow up with me. I'm not going to sign up with her. Fortune is in the follow-up. So if you don't have a system on how you're following up with people, you've got to find one. And it's okay that you don't have one. I'm telling you right now, I have changed my organization, follow-up, whatever. I've changed it at least 10 times in my 6 years in this business. So printing out my Facebook friend list has been the number one thing that has been amazing. But then from there, it has been what's it called? Leslie, help me out. My ABC. I have it on a ring binder. I actually might even have it here. No. It's my, letter of the day. Thank you. She's so smart. So it's the letter of the day. So I have a piece of paper with line, you know what I'm talking about? Anyone that's in my team page, it's under files, but it's basically, there's 26 pages. Every page has a letter on it. Okay. So the first page is letter A. And every single person that Andrea, Allison, Alexander, right? Okay, got it. And then I'm going to put next to Allie, I'm going to put coffee. Next to Alexandria, I'm going to put potential distributor. Okay. So then when I'm really on my game, I do a letter of the day every single day. And that means I'm going to add more people to B, and I'm going to message everybody on B page. Does that make sense? So that's probably the best system that I found. But hi, I'm a mom of 2 and my life is insane. And sometimes I just write them on my notebook. And then when I have time, when the kids go to bed, I transfer the names over onto that page because that's like my Bible. Does that make sense? So, and again, my system is not the best, but it's for you to find a system that works for you because I've changed my system so many different times. So you just got to find what works for you. Okay. Any other questions? Mine says everything. Yep. Consistency. You guys, like, I could be having the hardest month of my entire life. And I'm telling you, I've been in this business long enough to know the importance of being consistent. I don't care what I'm going through. You're going to see me posting every single day on Facebook because that's how I work my business. And it's so important to be consistent. The recording, just private message me. I'll put it up on my team page, but private message me if you want it, need it, whatever. All right. Any questions, you guys? Good? All right. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it. I'm glad I got to hang out with you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. Talk to you later.